What's going on? Welcome or welcome back to the Awareness Channel. My name is TC. All right, so today I'm going to talk about something a little different. I'm not going to talk about politics. I'm not going to talk about goddamn. Uh, I'm not going to talk about social issues. I'm not going to talk about society. I'm going to talk about relationships. I'm going to talk about love. But I ain't talking about the fairy tale kind of shit either, though. I ain't talking about sweet love, sweet love. I'm talking about love when it turned bitter. I'm talking about the kind of love that keep you holding on long after you know you should have let go. I'm talking about that. I'm talking about the kind of love that cheat on you, lie to you, belittle you, condescend to you, that make you feel shitty, make you feel stupid, make you feel scared, but you stay there anyway. Or you let them stay in your house anyway. However, whoever, you stay with them anyway. Because a lot of time, y'all sharing a space, but the relationship itself is killing you inside, you know, and you can't walk away from it. You just can't. And trust, I've been there. I've been there in my own life and shit that I really should have let go of. And you know what? I've been there a lot of times too. Cause I ain't gonna lie. I've been married 3 times, and I've been in a bunch of relationships, a bunch of them, all kinds, with women from all different backgrounds. And for one reason or another, you know, some of them, not all of them, some of them became toxic. For one reason or another, some of them became toxic, and I didn't leave when I should have left. You know, sometimes you gotta learn shit the hard way, though. You gotta learn to love yourself, and sometimes loving yourself means walking away from the person you love the most. Now, there is a reason for this shit, though. There's a reason for it, and sometimes you gotta analyze. Like when you tell somebody you love them, you gotta know why you love them. So you could be emotionally addicted to somebody. You say, "I love you." You emotionally addicted. I mean, like it's like every time you get around this person, you feel a certain way. That's a chemical release in your brain. That's your brain releasing dopamine. That's a feel good hormone chemical in your motherfucking brain that makes you feel good. It's like a drug. That's why you go back. That's why you love somebody who don't do nothing but make you get that feeling. Another thing is though, another reason that you stay with somebody who really ain't no good for you is you see potential in them. Yeah, she got potential. Yeah, he got potential. Yeah, he gonna do this one day. Yeah, she gonna be that one day. And they never turn out to be that. But you see it in them. You see something in them that they don't really see. They see maybe they got a hobby or something that they might be halfway good at, but they're not really invested in it because they got a regular job. And so their hobby just stay stuffed up in a corner. And you think that if you just give them enough time, they're gonna make something out of something that do it they do as a little side hustle here and there. And you in love with them for what you think they could be rather than what they are. That's some bullshit. Cause they always talking about it and they never gonna be about it. Everybody's guilty of it at one point or another in their life, so I ain't gonna lie. But me myself, I put in a lot of work, so I ain't a lot of work. My shit is documented, but a lot of people talk about what they gonna do. A lot of women say I was thinking about doing this. A lot of people talk about what they don't want to do more than what they actually do want to do. Like you trying to move forward in your life. You trying to do a little bit better this year than you did last year. And that person is seems to be satisfied at that level. But there's, especially as you're getting older, if you like 35, 36, you moving up you're supposed to be at your peak earning years. You know, you got to you got to get moving. You're supposed to be at your peak earning years. You're not supposed to be satisfied with where you at. You know. Now don't get it twisted. I'm a fan of 420, but if your 420 is making you slow down, then you need to slow down on your 420 and get your ass moving because it has a way of making you think everything gonna be all right, and it's not. You know, it's goddamn waiting on somebody that ain't never gonna show up, waiting on a version of somebody that ain't never gonna show up. It's time to move forward for the sake of your own progress. You know, I had to come to that conclusion myself a couple of times in my life, and I'm staying there because they crazy, but they got all this potential. She could cook. They crazy, but the loving is so good. I don't want nobody else to get it. They crazy. I'm scared somebody else she gonna love somebody more than me. Man, listen. Professor Black Truth said you can't fix stupid. Uncle TC say you can't fix crazy. I'm telling you. So here's what I used to do. Though I used to go in my weight room. I used to turn off the music. I didn't have no training partner that day, and I just do my workout. And I would pace and concentrate and focus and talk to myself and straighten my own head out. It'd take a couple of workouts, but that was meditation for me. And while I was doing that, I discovered exactly what I really needed in my life at that time. And so some of the biggest and most important changes I made was when I came right after I was able to pull myself out of a bad relationship that had stagnated me, and I was able to move forward. Therapy is a good thing. Now I don't know what other people do, but that when I get in there and work out and quiet and focus, that's when I came up with the best solutions. You know, that's what you got to do. I mean, because it ain't never too late to start your life over again and move on to the next chapter. Because you got a lot of chapters in your life. It's time for one chapter to end and for a new one to begin for some people. Especially if you love somebody that doesn't love themselves. And I say that because if they love themselves, they'll be trying to live to their fullest potential. But if they just chilling out and thinking this is the best they're ever gonna do, while you got ideas and plans and ambitions. Well, y'all is how them religious people say unequally yoked. That's what y'all is. Anyway, like I said, choose yourself before you choose to love somebody that can't love you the way you deserve to be loved. You feel me? Because if you stuck between what you want and what you deserve, then you in a really peculiar place. Anyway, I hope this helps. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and I'll catch you on the next one. TC, and I'm out. Stay aware, stay strong, and most of all, stay true to your motherfucking self. Peace. All right, all right. What's going on? What's going on? Welcome or welcome back to the Awareness Channel. My name is TC. So it's Friday. I'm gonna do something a little different. I mean, it's gonna be a little political, but I'm gonna do something that's a little different. I'm gonna give credit where credit is due. I'm gonna talk about somebody who I think needs defending in the times we in. Now, me, I vote independent. Been independent a long, long time. I listen to everybody. I don't follow nobody, and I make a decision based on what's right and fair and good for me and my people. But every once in a while, somebody come along that reminds me that there's still some kind of truth out there, some kind of fire out there left in mainstream politics. Somebody out there with a little bit of fire in their ass in a good way. Because, there's people out there with fire in their ass in a bad way. But y'all dig what I'm talking about? You dig me? It's good to know that there's somebody out there with some spirit and they ain't afraid to get in these people's face. And I'm talking about the Congresswoman from Texas, Jasmine Crockett. Now, I hear a lot of people talk, well, criticize Jasmine Crockett and her democratic policies, and I understand that because I do too. I don't agree with no politician 100%. You know, I don't. That's okay, and that's okay. But you gotta, man, listen. You gotta respect that fire. You gotta respect her nerve. You gotta respect her courage to sit in a room full of people. All of them want to see her fail, and all of them trying to take shots at her. I think that when you're in an environment like that, where everybody is trying to make you fail or hope you fail or set you up to fail because they don't like you, they think you too smart, they think you more than what they have this idea in their head that you believe you better than them. And a lot of times you are, but we don't be acting like that. We don't be acting like that. And they coming at you with these ignorant, the most ignorant things. And you sometimes you get tired of even responding. But when you respond to somebody that's challenging your intellect constantly, you got to make it so that they feel as small as possible. And to me, Jasmine Crockett has mastered that. But they keep coming. And she out there and she in that fight. So I got to respect that. Like I said, I ain't out there. You dig what I'm saying? I ain't out there. Um, shit. I be, I, like I said, man. I watch what politicians do. I don't watch. I don't listen to what they say. I I don't want to see her run for president or nothing like that for a while though. I don't want to see Jasmine Crockett no higher than vice president on somebody's ticket in the coming years. Cause I'd like to see her season a little bit more. I'd like to see her maybe become a senator. Same with AOC, but not so much. I ain't really keen on AOC like that. But people talking about running AOC for president, Alexandria Ocasio Cortez, they talk about running her for president. No, we ain't doing that. But Jasmine Crockett, on the other hand, would be to me a much better candidate down the road. That would be some shit right there. So I'm slow to criticize her, man. I hear people out here talking shit about the sister, but what matters is fucking awareness. You know what I'm saying? Being alert to who is really fighting for fucking progress and who really trying to make change happen and who out here trying to do a little bit of truth telling because you know they don't like truth tellers. And you could tell when a politician, a black politician like Jasmine Crockett, is under their skin because she start telling too much truth, and white folks can't handle that. Them politicians can't handle that. So, like I said earlier, I don't agree with all of that, but I don't agree with nobody. But I'm never gonna publicly say anything negative about Jasmine Crockett and a lot of other black politicians for that matter, but primarily her because she the one they coming at. There's some black politicians, yeah, I talk shit about them all day long if I think they on the wrong side and they doing the wrong shit, like, you know, Tim Scott or Byron Donalds, or one of them coons. But that's where I stand. But anyway, let me know what y'all think. You dig me? Let me know what y'all think. Drop me a comment, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and I'll catch you on the next one. TC, and I'm out. Peace.